Hello there, Pisces. It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for May 9th through the 15th. So we'll take a look at your overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's take a look at your overall energy for this week. Let's see what we have. Okay, truth be told. Okay, coming into a realization of understanding that something in your life is, giving you this sense of not being fulfilled, of being, I'm not, usually this is about being abandoned or rejected. But the sense that I'm getting is that you're coming into a realization, understanding there is something in your life that is not fulfilling you. That could be your job. That could be a relationship. It could be a situation. It could be a habit that you have, where you're just kind of like, this is leaving me feeling empty. It's not bringing me the fulfillment that I want, of understanding that you need to make some change in order to go into a happier direction. And with the poised card, I love that. It means that you're at this point in your life right now. The stars are kind of aligned. You've done the work that you needed to do in order to make this change and not to fear the change. You're poised, you're ready, you're strong. You are capable of making this change in order to go in a direction that takes you from feeling orphaned, unfulfilled, into an energy of feeling extremely fulfilled. So let's go to to the tarot and see what we have here. These cards, and I just saw the judgment card. These cards are talking. So let's see, or wanting to talk. So let's see what we have here. Okay, Seven of Wands on the bottom. This energy of, and you've had this in your readings for some time, of feeling caged in, in a situation, or, once again, it can be a belief system. It's something that is caging you in, keeping you from being who you really want to be, or experiencing what you want to experience. You're feeling like there's a bigger world out there than what you are being able to experience. If you're in the cage, you can only see this little part of the world. It's almost like you want out of the cage to go and explore, to see new lands, new people, new opportunities. Yeah, I feel as if, it's kind of like you want to take flight. I get the sense that it's almost like you want to go in a completely new direction, and you're not quite sure, where or how. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, we have the Moon card, Ace of Wands, Four of Cups, Three of Wands on the bottom. You've been waiting for some time. I really get that sense. Okay, so for your present energy, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about traditional views, traditional lifestyles, traditional thinking patterns, behaviors. It's things that I feel like you feel like they're keeping you in this box that you can't explore. You really want to give yourself a little bit of love and be able to move in a direction that allows you to create and become what it is that you want. You want to go in a new world. And then we have the Star card underneath this. This is you really, I'm getting a strong sense of just wanting to step out of this box that you feel like you're in, and you've had this energy for some time. The Hierophant is, traditional viewpoints about marriage, about culture, about schooling, government. It's just this energy of, that's where I am, but I'm inspired to go in a new way. I'm just fearful. I don't know what that path will look like. New things that come on your path are not really kind of exciting you. It's this energy of I want out, but I don't know where or in what direction. Really interesting because with the Ace of Wands, there's this energy of really wanting a fresh start, of going in a new direction, of getting inspired to go in a new direction. And yet you have this energy of fear, of almost rejecting whatever is coming on your path because you're fearful of stepping out of the cage. Okay, so you see how the strong man is in the cage. He's pulled back the bars, but he's still in the cage. He could come out of the cage. You could come out of this cage, but it's almost as if something is holding you back. You know, when things are holding us back, it's our fear. It's about asking yourself, what are you afraid of? If you come out of the cage, if you come out of this traditional thinking or lifestyle or belief system or relationship or job, if you come out of this, what are you fearful of? What is preventing you from doing that? So your obstacle or your area of resistance is the Two of Pentacles, not being able to decide which way you want to go, or if you want to leave the cage. There's this indecision, well, we're going to clarify, but it's almost, I'm hearing, and now paralysis by analysis. It's almost as if, well, I'm not really sure what I want. So I think I'll just stay here. You see how she's balancing on one foot? It's kind of like, well, I don't know what direction I want to go in, so I'm just going to stay here. I'm not taking a step forward until I know what direction I'm going in. Six of Swords, King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Death. There's something that needs to come to an end. Whether this is a relationship, a job, a career path, a belief system of yours, there's something, a habit, there's something that has to come to an end. You can't find emotional fulfillment until you move on from this, until you take that step forward. You're being called to make a decision and just take a step. That's all I'm hearing, a step. You don't have to take the whole path, because right now with the Moon card, you don't see the whole path. And I feel like that is what is preventing you from taking the first step. It's like you don't see how the flamingo's taking a step into this new world. I feel like isn't this interesting? She's balancing on one foot. You're poised to take this step, and yet at the same time, it's kind of like you're like, I'm not taking a step until I know. Page of Pentacles is, I want to know. I want the facts about where to go. And it's really about trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting that you know the truth, that this is no longer your path, that you have to go in a new direction. So let's take a look at the advice. The advice is kind of interesting because we have the Six of Cups. It's about looking at the past nostalgically, but it's also about looking at the past and being grateful for the lessons that you have learned on your path, and understanding that those lessons are going to help to take you in a new direction. Yeah, Four of Wands. Wow. Five of Pentacles. You're feeling disappointed, abandoned, alone, unfulfilled. Something, that was stable or seems stable. It's just not coming along as quickly as you want it to. You're kind of confused. I feel like you're confused because, look, I feel like what you're going to say to me is, Mary Sue, I have no reason not to like where I am, right? My relationship is okay. My job is okay. My life is okay. But it's about taking a look and asking yourself, is okay good enough? Or is okay really leaving you feeling emotionally unfulfilled? It's about stepping into your truth, of understanding that just because the situation is okay doesn't mean that it's the situation for you. Sometimes we have to get into this energy of the fives in order to make a change. When things are really difficult, then we'll make the change. And it's this energy of it's okay. It's really okay. Am I super happy? No, but I'm also not. I'm content. I'm content with where I am. And I feel as if that's why you're not leaving it, because your soul is calling you to go in a different direction, to make a different choice. And yet at the same time, you're like, but this is okay, right? So it's about, I think the message here is you're in this world right now that's okay. What you don't understand is how much different, better it can be when you'll take that step into making the change. That you are poised to make this change, whatever this change is. Wow. I really feel like it's a complete shift and something to do with, your lifestyle, your belief system, the traditional, it could be like your family upbringing, it could be something like, okay, you see how the the owl is teaching the girl and there's a book? Like maybe it's something like your family has always said everybody has to go to college, right? And you're kind of like, college isn't for me. I want to go be a creative artist. I want to go travel the world. I want to, you want to do something else. But your family is like, no, in our family, everybody goes to college. So you're being put into the college box, right? And you're like, but that's really not for me. And it's kind of like stepping out of that, having the courage to step out, having the courage to understand that that's okay for some people. It's not okay for me. That's okay for everybody else in this group, but it's not okay for me. And having the courage to understand that sometimes we have to allow ourselves, there could be people in your family or work environment or whatever this is, situation is, that say, well, then you can't be, okay, say your parents say, okay, you have to go to college, or we're not going to support you financially. You're on your own. Okay? So you may feel a little bit orphaned by that, because if you went to college, they would pay for everything. But if you don't go to college, you're out on your own. And it's about making that decision of looking at things and making the decision based on your heart. It's interesting because look, she has the hat covering her eyes. It's almost as if I'm not going to look at this logically. I'm going to look at this intuitively. I'm willing to say, okay, my family situation has been coming along. It's okay, but I'm confused because it's just not giving me the fulfillment that I truly want when I follow the path that everybody else in my family has followed. It could be everybody in your family has a corporate job and you're like, I want to go start my own business, creative business. And your family's like, no, that's not the way we do it in this family or in this culture or in this country or whatever the Hierophant stands for. It's traditional. It's the way, the way we do it is, yeah. Or maybe everybody in your family lives in this city and you're like, I want to go live out in the country. Or vice versa, So let's see what we have with the Two of Swords. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Chariot. You're going to be victorious. You don't know that you're going to be victorious. You're trying to make this decision, but it's kind of like you're hiding from the decision. It's almost like, I don't want to look at this decision. I don't want to truly listen to my heart, because if I listen to my heart, I know I'm going to want to go in a different direction. And if I do, there's people in my life that may not like that decision. But it's kind of like you're having to end making decisions based on what everybody else thinks, okay? So that you can find balance in your own life. It's about understanding that this is part of your transformation. The death card represents how we change, we transform, we see things differently. The people that you're dealing with just see things the same way. This could be a religious group, and you could feel like, yeah, I'm seeing the world in a different way than my religious group. And it's willing to put an end to something so that you can find more balance. And yes, it is causing you, sleepless nights, because it means that you have to, you may have to go it alone for a little bit until you find your new soul tribe, until you find, fellow travelers in the direction in which you're going. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. Queen of Pentacles, very grounded, nurturing, makes a nice home for herself and for her family. Yeah, you're being called to go within, to love yourself, to go in the direction of your soul's purpose. This is a spiritual calling for you to really and truly step into your love for yourself, your love for the collective, your love for healing, your love for your creativity of what you have to share. The Hermit is very wise. You have a lot of wisdom to share with other people. The way that you are thinking, you don't have a lot of people around you that think the same way. And so sometimes that makes us feel orphaned, right? That you'll be the only one, but you won't be. You're going to find your new tribe. You're going to find other people on your path that think the same way you do. It's about making the decision to follow your heart, to step into your truth, to really allow yourself to come out of this cage and to become the Empress, the creative, attractive, confident person that you truly are. It's just that you're in a situation, you're surrounded perhaps by people that just don't see things the same way you do. And yet at the same time, I know you're going to say, but it's not that bad. So it's kind of like, you're having this call within, and at some point that call will get too loud. You won't be able to say no. So, perhaps it is about starting to make that plan, starting to think about, what direction do I want to go in? When I choose what I love and where I want to go, what do I need to do now so that I don't feel orphaned? What plan can you put into place? What if it isn't true? The thing you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it isn't true? It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? And that's what the Hierophant is standing for. This is all of the thinking, the belief systems of your family, a religious group, a cultural group, just society in general, right? Any group, any organization or group. There's something that you have been brought up to believe, and you're thinking that that's the truth. And so because you have feelings of going in a different direction, of breaking out of this belief system, right? Of not really being in alignment with that, you're getting those nudgings that, yes, this is no longer for you. What if what these people are saying or thinking isn't true? You know, what else might be possible? So, really interesting. Pisces, very interesting. Yeah, it's I feel like for a lot of you this is definitely like, you know, a spiritual awakening, or a further ascension, moving up in your soul's evolution of understanding. Ancestor, yeah, I feel like your ancestors are coming in. Don't feel orphaned. Your spirit guides, your angels are there with you, Pisces. They're helping you along this path. They understand that in the 3D you may feel orphaned, but when you go within and you understand that your spirit guides and angels, your deceased loved ones, your ancestors are there rooting for you. They're there to help you. They're there to help illuminate the path for you. All you have to do is take that first step, take the step, take the step. They're all taking a step, right? Just take the first step. Really interesting. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. But Pisces, I do. I wish you so much love and light in this situation. Be kind and gentle and compassionate with yourself as you're going through this energy. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.